Every single day, we are given a potentially life-changing choice. Take one step forward in our trading journey or one step back. Now, 2024 officially marks 8 years for myself as a full-time student of this game and as a full-time trader. And in those 8 years, I spent the first few taking 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And in today's video, I'm gonna break down the 8-step process, the parts from my story that I wish I knew at the start, and give you guys an 8-part plan to become a successful trader, to become a confident trader, and to build your trading foundation in 2024 and beyond. Now, before I share my story and the 8 steps it's gonna take to become a full-time profitable trader in 2024, I wanna say this. This video is tailored for the beginner to intermediate trader, for the trader who has been trading up to or less than 4 years, for the trader who has specifically been trading a year, 2 years, and 3 years, and just can't get a hang of it. This video is going to set your expectations right, and it's going to take all those random puzzle pieces and the pieces to this trading game that you haven't been able to connect and finally put them all together. Now, for step 1 of 8, we're going to call this building your base. And I want you to think of building your trading base like building your dream mansion in the hills. You got to start with the blueprint. You start with the foundation. You start with brick by brick, and the same thing applies to building your base. Now, within that base, we have questions like, how much should I start trading with in 2024? How much should I fund my account with? Should I paper trade? Which strategy should I use? And for each of these different questions requires a different response. Now, starting with funding, I started my first ever account nearly 8 years ago with $5,000. Now, if I had to go back, would I do that again? Not necessarily. $5,000 was a number that I could afford. It was money that I wasn't afraid to lose. And as I was working at the time, we'll get into that aspect of things later, it was something I was comfortable learning to trade with and using as my working capital. Now, I usually tell my students now, an ideal number to start with, whether you've never traded before or whether you've been trading 1 to 2 years and you're not profitable yet, is around that $2,000 to $3,000 mark. Now, are you going to get rich with $2,000 to $3,000? Probably not. That's going to be more number 2. But what it will do is it will set your base strong. It will limit the amount of capital that you can lose while you are learning, and it will give you enough to get real skin in the game. Now, speaking of skin in the game, that leads us to paper trading. Should you paper trade as a beginner? Should you go back to paper trading if you've been losing money consistently with real money? The answer, in my humble opinion, is no. You should never paper trade. The only time you should paper trade as a beginner or as someone that has been trading for a while is to learn a new platform. If you're looking to learn how software works, for example, I trade on TD Ameritrade, so if you were using their Thinkorswim software, you may want to paper trade for a week or 2 and just figure out how to work the platform. Now, I have a free course right here on YouTube that shows you A to Z how to use the platform, how to set up your brokerage, and how to build the solid foundational skills that you're going to need. I will link that below for you. But as far as paper trading to build confidence, I don't think it does anything. I actually think it's extremely harmful. I've had hundreds of students come to me and say, Jay Dunn, I was paper trading for 3 weeks. I was paper trading for 3 months. I was making all this money. I switched to real money and I got clapped. The reason is that you cannot mimic the real emotions that come with putting your real money, your hard-earned money, your real skin in the game with paper money. You just can't. So to all my students and to all of you guys listening to this, I say, stay away from paper trading as much as possible, get real skin in the game, and start small. Even if it's 1 contract or 1 share, it's going to go farther in the long run than using fake money that doesn't mean anything. Now, in addition to funding your account with a few $1,000s and learning the software that you're going to be trading on, you have to learn the basics of candlesticks, support and resistance, supply and demand, all of which I teach in the free course I told you about earlier, that I highly suggest that you check out after this video. Now on to step 2. Setting our expectations as traders is critical to developing our trading psychology and to developing our system. I want you guys to know, this is not a get-rich-quick industry. I know you guys saw an ad before this probably, or a week before, saying you can turn $100 into $1 million. Likely not going to happen. The reality is this is a highly skilled and highly professional profession that has to be respected. Now, as far as goals go, I am completely okay with you having goals as a trader. I think goals as humans are important. I set goals for myself every 12 weeks, every day, every week, and even every year in the long-term perspective. But as far as goals, trading go with money. And specifically speaking, daily goals. I don't want you to have daily goals anymore. Now, I know some of you are probably sitting there, Jay Dunn, how can I not have a daily goal? My last guru told me that I need to make $100 a day, $200 a day. And I want you to think about, what is that really teaching you? What is having a daily goal doing for you? You're showing up to trade every single day. You're saying, I need to make $200 a day or I'm a failure. So what if you hit a really nice trade? You make $180. You're $20 from your daily goal. What are you likely going to do? You're going to try to take another trade to make $20. Now, what's to say that trade is going to be an A+ setup? What's to say that trade is going to be something that you should really put risk on and you have risk reward for? There's a good possibility that it won't be. You're just going to try to make that daily goal. And more often than not, my friends, what's going to happen is you're going to take that trade, lose money, and say, oh, I just need to get it back to break even. I just wanted to hit my daily goal. And you're going to take more bad trades than not trying to hit a goal. It's going to inflict emotion on you. It's going to inflict pain on you from not hitting this, this imaginary goal in your head. So as far as goal setting goes, for you becoming a full-time trader in 2024, I want you to scratch daily goals. And instead, I want you to have daily goals that aren't money-based, right? You can have daily goals, but I don't want them to be money-based anymore. I want them to be, I will have 2+ confirmations for the setup. I will follow my trading plan. I won't trade more than 5 contracts per trade or whatever your number may be. I want you to set your goals based on principle. I want you to set your goals based on your long-term perspective of how you want to develop as a trader, which leads us to number 3, time. Time is the most precious thing in our entire lives. And in this trading world, time is everything. The most common question I get is, Jay Dunn, how long is it going to take me to become a consistently profitable trader? Wrong question to ask. Now, from my experience, from 8 years in this game, a lot of my students have done it in 2 to 3 years. I've seen people do it in a year. In rare circumstances, I've seen it done in 6 months. And here's the reality, guys. Time is only as valuable as you make it. You could be trading for 3 years, treating it like a hobby, showing up 3 times a week, not journaling, and you will be in the same place 3 years from now that you were when you first started. You could be trading for 3 years, showing up every day, journaling your trades, following risk management, indulging in as much education as you can, and you will be a whole new trader 3 years in. Time is what we make of it. And if you don't use your time wisely, you are simply wasting it in this game of trading. We have to respect our time. We have to respect the time that it takes to become a profitable trader and realize it takes 2 years and 45 days to become a profitable trader. That's not realistic. You and I have completely different brains. For me, it took a little longer. For me, I started really coming over the hump 3 to 4 years in of learning. Now let that sink in. That's as long as it takes to get a bachelor's degree. I was in college for my 2 years that I went. I dropped out of high school, went to 2 years of college. I talk about that more in the video where I tell my whole story. I was in college when I was trading full time. I was taking classes in the afternoon, right? And I was trading in the mornings. I was learning how to trade. The same principle goes with strictly this trading. We are getting degrees in trading without getting a certificate, guys. You're going to be getting your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, your doctorate's degree, all in this game of trading, and with how your psychology develops, with how your system develops, with how you develop in every aspect of your trader. It's all going to come together over time. We can buy education. We can't buy screen time, guys. So the more you make of your screen time, the more screen time you get, the more you indulge in your education and how you were doing as a trader, the faster you are going to progress. That is going to be the number one way that you make money faster in 2024. It is all on you, my friends. And the next 5 steps are really going to help that. We're only on step 3. But again, it is all on you to take in what I'm saying, take in all the education you can, and to execute every single day. Which leads us to number 4. You start making money. You're doing well in trading. You want to take this seriously. You are ready to change your life with trading. Should you quit your job? Most gurus will tell you yes. Jay Dunn, who wants to see you win, will tell you no. Do not quit your job to trade. Why? Because if you quit your job to trade, you will 100% rely on trading income to live, to feed your dog, to eat, to sleep. The list goes on. That inflicts emotion, which leads to bad trading, which leads to revenge trading, which leads to tilt, and all these bad things that we want to avoid as traders. So eventually, when you have bankroll saved up, you have a few years of expenses, when you have a proven, consistent, profitable strategy with year-to-date returns, multiple years in a row, I'm okay with you being a full-time trader. But the reality is, for most people, even for me back in the day, I never envisioned myself having these $90,000 days, $50,000 days. It's great and I'm very thankful for it. But my goal as a trader from the very beginning was to make a few $100 a day, $500 to $1,000 a day, to have multiple streams of income and to live a life where I could be free and I could choose what I wanted. I could work a job or a career that I loved, and I could also have side income from trading, in hopefully the 6 figures mark. That was my end goal, and that's what I think a lot of you guys relate to too. Imagine your life with an extra $100,000, $200,000 a year made in the mornings where you spend the rest of the day doing what you want, what you love. That was always my end goal. And that's what I want for you guys too. So if you can, my best advice to you for 2024 is find a career or job, right? Or find a way with your current career or job that you can work in the mornings, right? You can pay attention to the charts in the mornings while you are working, and that you can have full focus on the charts, on your trading, whether that's swing trading, day trading, scalping, whatever. And you can also be progressing in your career as well. You can have that income coming in for your career while you are using your trading, your learning curve, the tuition you're paying to the market to progress yourself as a trader. That's the golden ticket, my friends. That's my humble opinion on jobs. I think you should keep it. I think you should build skills. I think you should build multiple streams of income. That's the true way to freedom in 2023, 2024, and beyond in this crazy, expensive life. So we're halfway through. We've covered a lot of bases, but we have 4 very important bases to go. Number 5 is the aha moment. So many traders ask me, they say, Jay Dunn, when am I going to get to the stage of my trading when I can go to my brain, find the light switch and click it on and feel that, aha, I get it, it's all easy now. And I hate to inform you that that moment is never going to come. What will come is you're going to sit down at your desk one day and you're going to be trading and you're going to, take that stop loss, take that risk management, and it's going to come with ease. You're going to be confident clicking that buy button. You're going to be confident in the setup you're seeing. You're going to be confident and calm when you're taking your trades. And that is what, to me, the aha moment is. The aha moment is just a consistent flow of confidence, of calmness, and knowing what you were doing and having conviction in the trades you are taking. You're not sweating anymore. You're not making dumb trading decisions anymore. All those things add up into you being a better trader, you making more money, and it is just imperative for you guys as traders long-term to kick emotion to the curb. Now, emotion's not going to leave forever. You're not a robot. We are human beings with real emotions and real feelings, but you have to be able to put them to the side. You are in the driver's seat, you're driving fast, your emotions are in the passenger, buckled in, out of the way. That's what we have to do. The aha moment isn't coming, but the moment of calmness, confidence, and conviction is on the way. Now, number 6 is very comparable to number 5. One word, adaptation. You can have everything going for you. You get steps 1 through 4 to a T. You finally find your calmness, your aha is there. Then step 6 comes in, the market changes, guys. The market changes, and it does not care how we feel. We have to stay adaptable. The market in 2020 is different than the market was in 2021, then 2022, then 2023, and we don't know what 2024 is going to throw at us. But what I can tell you is if you build a system the way that I teach you on this channel, the way that you can find across the internet for free on YouTube, if you build a system that you are confident in, being able to read price action, you are going to be okay with whatever the market throws at you as long as you are adaptable. There is no room for ego in our trading. Our ego is going to want to step in and say, hey, this is the way I do it. This is the way it's going to go. And, I'm right. The market's wrong. No. The market is right. We are wrong. We just have to adapt to be able to stay one with the market. The market is rigged. The market is manipulated. The market is this. The market is that. It does not matter. Our job is to be on the side of that. Our job is to follow price action, and our job is to be the best traders we can be and to be adaptable to whatever the market throws at us. That is the only way you are going to make it long-term in this. We could be in a bull market. We could be in a bear market. We could be in a sideways market. It does not matter. We have to find a way to adapt, read price action, and take what the market is giving us to keep making money and following this career that we love. Which leads us to number 7, trusting in your system. I see way too many traders coming into the day, coming into their trading with no system. You have to know which confirmations are going to make you take a trade. Are you trading off the hourly chart going into the 5 and the 2? Are you trading off the daily chart and only taking confirmations on the weekly and daily combined? You have to know what criteria fits your trades and what is making you press that buy button. For me, I find my levels in the hourly, and then I confirm my trades with the 5-minute and the 2-minute and how volume is interacting with that price action. I sometimes find trades in the daily. I make sure that all my trades have at least 2 confirmations, and volume is a huge part of my trading strategy. I don't use indicators, I don't use EMAs, I don't use SMAs, I don't use algorithms, I don't use any of that. I read candlesticks, I read what price is telling me, and that's why I know that with my system, I don't care whether stocks go up or down, I'm gonna be able to make money long term. It's the same thing that I preach every single day to my students. It's the same thing that I preach to you guys on this YouTube channel. You have to be able to learn price action. Indicators lie, men lie, women lie. Price action and volume do not lie over time. They might trick us sometimes, but they don't lie over time. And with knowing how to read those, it brings a sense of confidence. It brings a sense of whatever the market throws at me, I'm going to be able to counter it, and I'm going to be able to make money off it. That's true freedom, my friends. Not relying on someone else's signals, not relying on some random indicator that you don't know if it's working right or wrong. Being able to read price action, what price is saying, and building that confidence that comes just from screen time and years of experience is a whole new level of peace and freedom that, there's just no way to describe it. And along with trusting in our system, number 8's a big one, guys. This is something that really started testing me 2 to 3 years in. This is something that 2 to 3 years in, I was sitting there, I was fully committed. There was no plan B. There was no failure, but man, was it hard some days. Number 8 is the marathon mindset. We have to have a long-term vision with this. Now, my goal for all of you guys, learning with me, learning alongside me, is to be making money in 2024. I want you guys to take care of your families. I want you guys to live this life of freedom. I want you guys to have trading as a full-time income or as a side income, whatever, you make it to be, whatever fits your situation. But the reality is, guys, we're in a marathon. We're in a long-term game. We need to play the 5-year game. You got to sit down, make your plans, show up every day, stop treating it like a hobby, and treat it like a marathon that you are going to finish, even if both your shins are splinting and if your feet are breaking on you. David Goggins style. We have to be committed to this process long-term, my friends. And 2 to 3 years in, I was basically I was going up and down, I was making a little money, losing a little money, and it was very frustrating some days. The same thing, 3 steps forward, 4 steps back. And what changed the game for me, guys, is I really started doubling down on my education. I doubled down on building my system. I doubled down on refusing to fail. I doubled down on everything that I knew I could do well. And I really started focusing on fixing my mistakes and tripling down on my mental. A lot of it was in here. Now, I'll be the first to say that, trading isn't 90% psychology. I've talked about this in other videos, and I'll talk about it again. A lot of trading is technical. You have to have confidence in your setups in order to build your psychology. But yes, when I started learning my technicals, I still had a lot of problems up here. You got to fix those mental problems, fix your patience, fix your impulsivity, double down on your education, learn your technicals, adapt the marathon mindset. And if you do all these things, guys, if you do these every single day, map them out, triple, double, quadruple down in 2024, that is what is going to put you on the right path in the process of becoming a profitable trader in 2024 and beyond. So with these 8 steps, I implore you to write them all down, check out my free course, and double, triple, quadruple down on your education, building a system, not just building a system. I want you to be able to take a notepad and write down, what is my system? What do I enter on? When do I enter trades? What am I good at? What am I bad at? And I want you to be able to physically put it in front of you so you can visibly see it. If you can't do that, you likely won't be able to do it in high stress situations while you're trading. I want you to know in front of you, what is your system? So with that, if you're interested in learning my system, I have a few new videos coming out, one of which is for the traders strictly that have been trading 2 to 4 years, how you can level up, how you can finalize your system. I have videos coming out on my number 1 strategy that works for Forex, crypto, options, stocks, you name it, and many, many more. Very valuable free pieces of education. So if that interests you, comment below what you want to see next, what you want to learn, what you're struggling with. Hit that subscribe button, and let's get rich the Team Bull way forever. Till next time.